See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scary route today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage. Not this is far more tragic than what's comprehended. This has got to stop. I don't understand everything as a man. I'm authorized by God to make this petition. Believe it, especially when you hate and aim to kill a man.
All right, let's get a hand clap up in here, man. Come on, man. We're in the building tonight, baby.
Let's go.
Man, it's that time. Thinking outside the box. TOTB, the dopest, hottest dope in the streets. First you gonna come, man, to get this type of love from the city. Episode after episode, man. Super dope people around the world come right here for the latest and greatest information and news in the streets. Hey, man, we're so glad y'all here, man. It is a blessing to be here amongst a beautiful audience. Give me a hand clap to the audience up in here, man.
Family.
Yeah, be sure you go follow us, TOTB_show on YouTube and Facebook. TOTB the dopest on TikTok and IG. And look, making outside the box and everywhere. We are trending, going viral all over the country, man. Shout out to the supporters. Thousands of supporters all over the world, man. Look, we couldn't have did this without y'all, man. Episode after episode. It's all because of y'all, man. Be sure to go follow us, like, share, subscribe to the content, man, and get a tone what we about to talk about. You see what we got in the building tonight, man. It's about to be one of them shows. So let's get the thinkers to the stage, man. I want to start off with Captain Controversial, as I call him. I always get into some trouble. Moolah Monster, man. What's up? Where can they find you?
Man, y'all can find me at moolahmonster.com. Check me out. Y'all can see all the latest and the greatest of our behind the scenes footage up in here, man. We be having a ball up in here, man.
Indeed,
we kind of be slightly lit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this is episode 58 too. So y'all, hey, we striving. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and go check out Moolah Monster Collection on Instagram, man. We popping there too, so check us out.
And the episode after episode, like I said, man, we ain't just started this. We've been doing this for years.
Yes,
all right, they call us Unk now. We Unks.
Say that.
This is what we do, man.
Yeah.
My man Moolah Monster. Right next to him, when I tell y'all it is important, this is why it's important to vote. This is why it's important for our community to come out and see people that's doing stuff in the community. This man is running for Park District Commissioner of Maywood, man. Let's give a big hand clap to the homie Jeffrey Fowler.
Let's go.
What's up, big dog? Let's go. Where can I find you, man?
You can find me on Facebook, literally my name. No frills, no nothing. Jeff Fowler, Facebook.com. I'm there. Any information you need, everything I'm doing in the community, it's all there.
For sure, man. Thank you for what you're doing, man. We need it.
Most
sure.
definitely.
Salute.
Whew, I don't even know what to start with this brother right here, man. When we started this, it was bigger than us. You know, this brother has been so influential to everything that we do.
Indeed.
And just to see him putting the work in is amazing. You know, author, podcast host, speaker, one of the flyest dudes I know. Give a big hand clap to the homie T Mack in the building. My dog, man. Where can they find you at?
Man, you know I'm at Terrence McClure's, T-Mac4, McCluresMedia.com, T-Mac Federal on YouTube. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, show my diverse, you know what I'm saying, personalities, my diverse perspectives, you know what I'm saying? All while doing the work, man. Specializing in what God has blessed me to do, man. It's an honor to be sitting here with you brothers, man. Ready to, you know what I'm saying, drop some jewels, you know what I'm saying, dive into some subjects and just stretch some things apart that we might cause the people to think that's tuning in. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We free thinking people, man. And all our discussions, all our conversations are designed to just create conversation and thought. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to control you. We just trying to give you our experience, our intake, our perspective that you may be a thinker yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm honored to be here. And anytime y'all call me, you know what it is.
Shout out to Fair Pain and in the
building.
Oh,
come on, man. Stop playing. Casville H always in Nashville, man. I told him I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying, here at the TOB, you know what I'm saying, podcast, sure, man. And man here on deck all the way from Casville. So we broaden this market. We definitely broaden this collection of intellectuals and this market and everything we doing. God is blessing us, man. You know what I'm saying? He blessing us because, you know what I'm saying, you can see he blessing us. You know what I'm saying? If it's positive, you see the results, you see the progress, you see the dedication, you see the manifestation from the dedication. You know what I'm saying? And God is bringing friends and help and assistance from all over the country. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm honored, man, and I'm blessed, man. I'm here with you, brothers, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. You feel? Let's do it, man. Let's do
And
it.
ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to artist, mentor, father, pastor, introducing D. Jenkins to the building, man. What's up, homie?
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Salute, great people. You can find me at DJenkins_25 on YouTube, and of course on TOTB_show on YouTube and NDTV network, man. It is what it is. It's a blessing, man. Let's get to it.
Let's do it, man. I am Reggie Moon Ford. Most people just call me RMF. You can find me at Reggie Moon Ford on Facebook or the Voice of Vibes RMF on IG. All right.
Say that.
Listen, man. We thinking outside the box, and it is time to get into what's going on in this.
Let's go.
DJs, man, what we talking about, bro?
Man, first of all, man, we gonna start off like this. I want to give a big shout out to West Virginia, and the census that was just passed down. It was over 100 years apiece that was given to the. I'm not gonna say their names, but you can look it up. It was a couple, a white couple. They just was given over 100 years apiece for adopting black kids and enslaving them.
Yeah.
And just last week, they just gave they gave both of them over 100 years. I think the female got like 112 years, and I think she was like 63, 62. The man was like 65, and they gave him like 108 years for what they did. It could never account for the pain that those kids endured, but it's showing us that somebody else cares.
Okay.
You know, and I'm thankful that I was able to witness that. You know what I mean? And with that being said, you know, today what we want to talk about is we want to break down escaping distractions on today. You know, when you talk about escaping distractions, you know, many of us up here, if not all of us on the panel, you know, we have been distracted from our purpose in life and found ourselves incarcerated, been through some things in life, and if not, you've been through some other things that have distracted us from our purpose. And we want to talk about getting away from those things and being proactive at helping others get away from those things by addressing the issues that we need to address. If you look at what's going on, the temperament of what's going on in society now, you look at the political temperament. You look at the things going on with the two twin young brothers that just got killed up in Georgia. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Yes, sir.
We want to talk about diving to that and how we'd be so busy worried about what's going on with Puffy because of what he dealing with, whatever he fighting for, that we won't pay attention to our youth and what's going on with our people right in our face. You know, things that we should be aware of, that we can be proactive and maybe stop certain things from happening by being in the lives of those around us. You know, when we able to reach those certain young men that may be traveling. You know what I mean? And we need to talk about this escaping distractions and how that we can be more proactive at escaping distractions. Now, of course, we got some powerful people on the panel today that, you know, maybe bring some light to some things, you know, and we're going to dive into it on today.
Let's go.
So, once again, man, y'all know where we at, man. Come on, man. If you ain't in tune, get into it. The hottest, dopest show out here in the streets. Thinking outside the box, man. TOTB, man. Go follow and subscribe. Look, we have these type of platforms and these discussions. You know, it is so vital that what's said here is reciprocated and is listened to, because thousands of people listen to this show, watch this show, share this show. Not just Chicago, all around the world, right? And we talking about escaping distractions. All I see is positive brothers out here that have been through some stuff, but escaped the distractions that may have led them 6 feet under or still in jail or something. You see, T-Mac, what would be your main advice to give to someone that's facing so many distractions in the streets? They have a purpose, they know what they want to do in life. Maybe it's women or drugs or gang life, but they just distracted from getting to that purpose. What would be your advice to them?
Well, the first thing I say, that whatever your vision of that you're aiming to achieve in life, that you feel that is your goal, you got to make sure you put yourself in that environment. You see what I'm saying? Because if you actually allow the lane or the industry that you foresee yourself being in, if you put yourself in that environment, the people that's being what you wish to be, they gonna be demonstrating a discipline and a commitment to their craft or to their focus or to their goal that you can begin to mimic. You feel what I'm saying? You can't be saying you about something and everybody around you against what you about.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, the first thing I would do, you know what I'm saying? Like we were just at a 2-day training hosted by an organization that has awarded me grants, you know what I'm saying? Grants for my nonprofit. I was in a room for 2 days with people like-minded. We was all for 2 days straight. We spent from 8 hours in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon, building, sharing information. You know what I'm saying? Getting up, sharing our failures, sharing some of our most vulnerable moments. You know what I'm saying? Allowing ourselves to be taught, allowing ourselves to be guided. You know what I'm saying? And mentored. So that's the room that I dedicated my weekend to with a host of my friends and my family. You know what I'm saying? Putting action behind what we say we about. I'm about being better, so I'm gonna put myself in an environment that makes me better.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody's in this room with me. They trying to be better. I'm not compromising that. To compromise that is to disrespect the trust and loyalty that the people that trust me demonstrate. So the first step is just whatever you envision yourself being, go find that. Go find somebody doing that. And you put yourself in that environment.
I like that. I got a question for both of you guys, right? You know, it's probably with you first. Like what you see the community in need for that you can provide?
Right now, the community is in need of more assistance for the youth. Like right now, okay, we got the youth, they out here, either they're stuck in the house and they're in front of a video game and they're not doing anything but talking to their friends online, or they out here in the streets doing God knows what because they don't have any outlets.
Right.
You got a lot of these community centers and a lot of our neighboring communities. I mean, they're going to sometimes charge the kids up to like $20, $30 just to come and play basketball. What about the kid that doesn't have that $20, $30? He still wants to play. Now, true indeed, in the summertime, he could probably go outside to the court, do his thing. But they're not from our generation. That was our generation. We outside at 10th Park and everything. We was outside doing our things. This generation, they want to play inside. If they don't have outlets, they don't have something to go do. We all know they're going to turn to something. They're going to turn to something bad. It's going to be there. It just takes that one bad apple.
That's right.
It takes that one person. We are not in an environment or in a group full of like-minded, positive thinking people to pull you out.
Right.
Hey, let's go over here and do this.
Right.
Hey, the LaFast girls over here. Come on, we finna go do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So we need to have more things. So we need to have more programs. We need to have.
But since you're saying that like the kids are in-house right now, what's the use for parks now?
Because that's the whole use for parks is the fact that they in the house. Think about when we were younger.
How are we going to bring them out?
You got to have something for them to do. You have to have something they're interested in. I mean, I can look around here right now and I know there's a kid somewhere who's interested in doing podcasts, who's interested in doing music, and they can't get it in the house. They got to get outside. They got to get into a studio. Yeah. They got to get into a visual art studio. They got to get into a music studio.
I did that.
To learn how to do these things. You can sit in the crib and you can act like you're doing it all day long. It's like, I'm playing my game because I ain't got nothing else to do. I want to learn how to do it, but I don't know where to go.
Right.
If the program is out there, you know where you can go.
I will say this too. You know, the first step we got is accountability, right? You know, I love how T-Mack came home strong, man. It was like, man, I want to apologize to the youth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of responsibility really lay at is with the generation beforehand. Right. Because like Jeff said, you made a good point. You said, well, what's the use in the parks if they're not coming out? Well, why aren't they coming out? Is nobody making them come out? Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like my youngest boys, you know what I'm saying, man, y'all get outside.
Right.
Go ride your bike. Yeah. Go walk to the gym. You know what I mean? Like I'm making them get out and go do it to the point where now it's become something that's habitual to them. Mm-hmm. They don't mind being outside, even though they do like to play their game. And if they playing their game too much, get your ass off your game and get outside. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like the generation before, many of us have become lazy to where we need to apologize. We need to be accountable for what we're not doing to influence them to get out, to go do something else, to be productive. Right. Other than because really it's like the generation before they got lazy with discipline. Where it's like whatever it is, just get out of my face. I don't care what you do. True. You know what I'm saying? Like and I know some people that's like that. They just be like, I don't care what you do, just get out of my face. No question. Like, no, what you mean you don't care what they doing? Then you wonder why they end up with, you know what I'm saying, in trouble, or locked up, or killed by the police. Yeah. And people will be like, oh, here you go with this. off the wall stuff. No, this is the stuff that go on that we do not pay attention to until it hits our doorstep.
That's right. True. That's right.
And we really have to. So if they in the house so much, we got to bring what they like in the house to the parks.
Right.
Like you were saying, like they want to know about technology.
Right.
Let's do some workshops.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In these parks, let's create, some avenues where they can get that same, 4-5 hours doing something. You know what I'm saying? That they can do it here. You know what I'm saying? As a community, because that's the only reason they're gonna open up these parks. That's gonna be people gonna pay attention back to them. Because when I ride down the street, I don't see nobody up these parks.
Let me chime in. Can I hit that? Man, this. We told you, I'm right with you, brother Fowler. We all on the same point. Because that's my target, the youth, the average youth. That's what I'm focused on. That's what I'm listening to. That's what I'm trying to listen and devise a solution to. You see what I'm saying? This the problem. And I think it's simple. That's why I think we call them gatekeepers. If you relinquish the funds, they chasing the bag now, right?
Yeah.
That's the big talk. You got to have the bag. So why aren't we using our resources to locate youth already that's showing signs? Showing signs of being productive, like we claim we wish they be. And we find those youth, we create a committee with these youth. And we get them back in. Because they the ones gonna pull the youth out. So we go find a prominent youth that's showing the spark, the energy, sit down, form a committee, and be like, listen, what y'all, it take y'all, just like we saying the people most closest to the problem is closest to the solution. That's just math. They know it. It's just when it comes to us, they got a problem with the knowledge. So we got to also acknowledge that getting our youth out, we're gonna have to recruit our youth to get our youth out.
That's good.
Leaders create
and
leaders.
We fund our youth, and they gonna pull the babies out the house. Right now, ain't no trust, because if we can't get no money from the youth, we want them in the house. You understand what I'm saying? Really ain't no trust there.
If you don't see no benefit,
you feel what I'm saying?
Because we become so selfish.
That's what I'm talking about. Gatekeeping. The funding and the finances that they passing around annually. Skipping over the youth, but crying about the youth doing what they doing. But you got funding, you got a budget that you hogging, ain't making no progress with, but you hogging. Annually, you cutting the checks. Annually, you dispersing monies, overlooking the problem that you claim you're worried about. You know what I'm saying? Invest in the youth.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you the key word, right? And when you do invest in the youth, right, the key word is building trust.
That's gonna get you trust.
You know what I'm saying?
When you come out
because we letting them know it's a partnership.
That's right.
See, people always like them days where the old guys telling the young guys, them days gone, man. Like, we really gotta collaborate with people, partnership with people. That's what goes on right now. Ain't about, I'm gonna let you do the work while I sit back and collect the bread. That stuff gone, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta build a little bit trust with these youngins, for they can be willing and able to come to us like, hey, look, I got this going on. What can I do this at? You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for you though, Turbo. Do you really believe those days gone, or is it just our approach? Because I believe, and the reason I asked you that, because I believe that, I don't believe those days are gone. I believe they just want us to come, recognize what they're going through with an understanding of what they're dealing with, rather than just coming as a disciplinary. I think that's the issue. I think if we go to them, let them know we understand what you're going through and we willing to help, then maybe we can gain more traction with influencing them. However, if you just go to them like, you need to stop doing this, or this ain't gonna get you nowhere, but I think that's what, because they feel like that's what really turned them off to you.
But the key word, what he said was, get the one that's already in the light.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? So the ones who ain't even really willing, like, they're going to have to get the message from them. No, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk to them and let them pull the youngins in.
I understand.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand that, and I hear that wholeheartedly. But I'm just saying, you had said that you think them days is over. I think
the days over as far as the old, when you trying to tell a youngin, like, just because you're an old head, you trying to tell them what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Or come this way, let me feed you this. They not honoring that, what I'm saying. Because sometimes they really looked at, hey, before a person can even follow anything that you saying, you got to look the part. You got to act the part. You got to talk the part. You know what I'm saying? But that's because they hear all this regular stuff every day. And what you gonna say different to them?
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because even with you have influence over people younger than you, bro. That's
I got
what
a
I'm
lot.
saying.
I got a lot.
Right, you got a lot. See what I'm saying? So I don't think that voice is obsolete. I don't think that you don't have a voice with them.
But I'm partnering with them.
Exactly.
And I build trust with them.
Because of your approach.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at.
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I mean. I don't think that we don't have a voice.
Right.
I think it's just our approach to them. That's why I got plenty that I mentor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got them. Right. We got them that's younger than us than we mentor.
Right.
So I think that they willing to listen. It's just that our approach has to be different. And in some cases, we are like you said, we are going to have to get them, pull them out to be leaders.
One of the main things that once again, y'all know what it is, man. Thinking outside the box, TOTB. Where else you gonna get this type of dialogue, man? You know, people think that when they see brothers on the stage, you talking about drugs and sex. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of the community that we built because it's important. I want to highlight how vital it is to understand. You know, I like statistics, right?
Let's go.
Just this past week, right? You remember when it was really nice outside? Yeah. You know, everybody was outside.
Right.
The city of Chicago, the south side, the west side, Maywood, up north, 324 people got shot. That day, just that day, right? Mm-hmm. When we talk about escaping distractions, I don't think none of them went outside intended to get shot.
Right.
So I guess what I'm asking is, what is it about our culture, our people, right, that feel that when it's nice outside, summertime shot, go to the lakefront, you know? Nowadays, people don't even want to go outside at nighttime because they're afraid. You can't even go to a park or a beach or a lake without wondering if you're going to get shot.
Right.
What are some steps that, I don't want to say that we can prevent, but something has to change with that about.
Right. Well, I mean, I understand how the shooting, the violence that is perpetuated in our communities, unfortunately, by us on us, is a direct response from like the over advertising of material things, the over advertising of the bling, the designer gear, the fancy car. That what creates the tension of the youth that have no understanding on how to create a business, how to legitimately acquire a bag. They put so much emphasis on acquiring the material things in the world that they are unable to acquire. The oversaturation of these images, man, in music, in television, on social media. You know what I'm saying? The over glamorization of all the beauty standards, all the looking the part. This is bombarded upon our youth. Not to excuse them, but I understand if that's all you seeing is the glorification of things, you feel like nothing without these things that are being overly advertised. You almost can't even exist or breathe if you don't. That's what make a person go risk their entire life just to snatch jewelry. We done put so much emphasis on jewelry. They snatch the kids out the car. They done put so emphasis on the foreign cars. We got to take response. That's why I say I apologize. Because we still at some level, we demonstrate something that we've been perpetuating. We might have toned it down, but we still like to have nice things. When we take our pictures, we like to be leaning on some form. You know what I'm saying? When we get swag, we like to flex our lick. We flexing. The baby's watching. Yeah. They ain't got a clue, a snowball clue of how to acquire these material things that are being bombarded through social media and stuff so that's the anxiety that they face. You got to get in, the truth, they say to empathize with somebody, you got to actually get in their shoes.
Yes.
Let's try to empathize with the youth that are going on these suicide missions. Let's empathize with them.
What I always say, I'm going to get to you, Judge.
For sure.
What I always say is, what was you doing at that age?
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Good,
like when we was in the streets at the time, you know what I'm saying? You know the time, the death total rate was way higher than what's going on now. We was like 900, thousands.
It just wasn't publicized through social media.
It was just a lot of senseless deaths. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, man, I think, I be hoping and praying that we can come to, but, that's like beating a dead horse. I just, they said being a leader, you got to really have some principles, right?
Right.
And I try to teach my son because I think being a leader starts at home as a parent.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to lead him, and he's going to be my prodigy. You know what I'm saying? And this is just another kid that ain't going to go out there robbing y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm teaching. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about, you know, the kids as a whole, you know, I always bring it back like, man, I know what I was doing at 22. I know what I was doing at 19. I was terrorizing the city.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And for me to condemn them, I already know we're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be the blind leading the blind either. You know what I'm saying? It's people who going to, you know, we got people for that who going to, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad that you're here because you are running for something that's very important in Maywood, right? And when is the election coming up?
April 1st.
April 1st.
Early voting going on now.
Please let these people know why it's so vital to get to those polls and especially to vote for you to take over that role.
Right now, it's vital to get to the polls, pretty much because of the conversations we having now. We need to have outlets for these kids. To hurry up to grab on what you were saying. When it comes down to those sunny days, it was different for us than it is from them, and it's a double-edged sword. Technology is always a double-edged sword in society on the whole.
Right.
When we were younger, you know, for lack of a better term, excuse my French, you know, wintertime was BN season. That was broke nigga season.
Yeah.
So everybody was in the house.
Right.
So I'm mad at you all summer long, but I never got to you. I never saw you.
Good point.
Wintertime, we could calm down.
Right.
It's like, cool, you know what? We had an issue. As long as I don't see dude, we cool, and I ain't going to look for him.
Right.
But now you got the internet. Right. So now you got adults bullying each other 24/7.
What an audience.
With audience. We ain't even got to the kids yet. You got the suicide rate for kids now is so high because think about being a kid. Okay, we are black kids. We all been to the lunchroom. Everybody gonna Jones on you. Gonna talk about you. It is what it is.
Right.
But now it don't stop.
Right.
You go home, it's still there. My phone's still going off with messages about what's going on, what such and such said earlier.
Say that.
If I got into a fight, I got to see this video 30 million times about what he done did to me, blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm saying. When I say the double-edged sword, it doesn't stop.
Right.
So now you heated the whole time. You heated all winter long. That kid heated all day long about what done happened.
Right.
Because they have no other outlet. They don't know how to put the phones down.
Yeah.
They don't know how to stop looking at the technology. The technology is actually, to a lack of a better term, it's actually boosting
It's part of the problem.
that heat that you're saying, that those hot days finally hit. When you're from Chicago, you already know.
Right.
We laugh about it. It's all an inside joke. It's a nice day out. Hey, you know what? I'm going to stay over here on the block. I'm going to stay with my people because we know don't nobody know how to act on these days.
Right.
But now they've been in the crib. They've been waiting all winter long. Okay, it's nice outside. He finna be outside. I'm on him.
Right.
ASAP.
Right.
I'm going to get him. So, and that, once again, that goes back to having outlets for kids. Yeah. And then when you have a park district, you got to think, we've all been to Oak Park, Forest Park, all these other more affluential areas. When you look at their booklet, if you will, in the park district, you got 50 million different things to do.
Yes.
Not only for kids and not only for the elderly, but
talk.
also for adults.
Yep.
I don't care if you want to do a pottery class. Whatever it is, you open up that book, you look, it's in there. And if you have outlets, you have something for people to do. It takes their mind off the board. Hopefully, it takes their mind off it to the point where they don't even want to have, I got to put the cell phone up to do this.
Right.
I'm glad he brought up pottery class because like we'll look at that like that's just so lame. You know what I'm saying? But we got so many talent, man. We such a talented group of people, man. Like why don't we push forth to do things that we talented in that we don't see being active within our communities? Like go to those places and push towards advancing or teaching people the things that we know. So even if it's pottery or painting or drawing, whatever it is.
You know what?
And I want to say something. You had said something. I'm glad you said something. Man, to any haters out there, right? Listen to the haters out there because I'm telling you, it's people that's going to say, when you said my son ain't going to be one of them out here robbing you, it'll be people that'll come on here and they'll post, he don't know what this son going to do. Let me tell you, that's your problem.
I do.
That y'all going to speak life into your kids, man. And I say this to any man, especially a man dealing with a young man, but to any, whether it's a man, a father or a mother, speak life into your kids, and you speak those things that are not as if they were. So listen, it will not happen to man. Man will not fall to it. And you stand on that. So I commend you for that, bro.
Appreciate that. Salute. And I want to say too, what you was going back to, when I'm going back to what you said about why, you know what I'm saying, they don't, you know what I'm saying, for the young. I think it's up to us to really analyze and dissect the youngins and bring out their strength and their weakness. Show them, you know what I'm saying? For if we bring out they strength, you know what I'm saying, we'll understand where they need to go. But some of them, they don't even know their weaknesses or their strength. They just going along, going with the flow. So I think it's up to us as leaders in the community, you know what I'm saying, to really, you know, dissect them and see, man, you're really good at drawing. You know what I'm saying? You're really good at, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then push that, because you never know what can open up, you know?
I like how the platform always comes back to preaching consistency, preaching passion, showing that you're there, showing that you care.
Yeah.
And we exhibit it every day.
Hey,
and I love it. You know,
Right.
This is what I want to do.
Red, my bad. The funny audience, man.
We got somebody that wants to say something to the audience? Yeah. By the way, if you want to say in the audience, be sure to go over there right by the screen, grab the mic, let us know how you feel, what you want to say.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. For sure.
Ready.
What's your name, big homie?
Cashville Ace.
My man.
Thinking outside the box.
Yes, sir.
You tapped in. I just want to kind of elaborate on what y'all talking about the youth, like coming out and getting them out. See, the problem is a lot of people that have the platforms and the power, they ain't utilizing them right.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So you want the youth attention when you don't got nothing. You see what I'm saying? You want them to support you, you know, repost your videos, you know what I'm saying, or support whatever you got going on. And just like some of the politicians, soon as you get up, you forget about them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a trust is lacking at right there.
Okay.
But now in this season, you have the real individuals that got the will. So you got the real guys that got the will who really understand that. So with or without money or whatever we was in the past, we were still real. Now we just real and really exercising the intelligence that we have. So moving forward, the same shorties who used to get $1 to, they remember the T-Max. You see what I'm trying to say? They remember the Cashville Aces. They remember y'all. So when you go and want their hand and when you want to go get their attention, they walking to you. You ain't got to force it. You ain't got to press it. Matter of fact, before you open your mouth, they already at your car. You see what I'm trying? They already in your DM. So now the way the world is moving is all about social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You see what I'm saying? So we got to use them platforms to really reach out to them, especially if we certified in them areas. And once we give them our word, we got to really come through. And with the men that's in this room, you know what I'm saying, and with the leaders just like in Cashville or Chicago, that's why we gonna win. So God is in the season right now. Everything that we sowing, you see what I'm saying? You reaping it. So the ones who sowing bad seeds is bad things coming back. So the real guys got the will. So that's my per take, you know what I'm saying, on that. We got it, we got the youth, and we're gonna continue to move forward. You're gonna continue to have rooms packed with support like this because of the T-Max. Because of each individual that's on the panel. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't get everybody to follow them. But the ones who they know to stand on business, as the younger folks say, and the ones who they know gonna stand on their word, you got them. I'm coming from Nashville, Tennessee to support my brother. He came from Chicago to support me. He told me about this podcast, and now I done met a group of men who's really about that. So I'm taking this energy back to where I came from, not just Cashville, but back to my platform as being a Billboard recording artist with major, you know what I'm talking about, value on my platforms. So as long as we continue to treat the platforms that we got right, we can't lose.
There you go.
It's when you mishandle it. It's when you're gonna lose. So the way we get the youth is continue just to be us, because when it's genuine and when it's real, it's gonna touch the heart. You ain't got to go up there and try to please something or try to force nothing. Anything that's real is going to fall in place. And I'm just thinking outside the box.
Appreciate that, bro.
Right there.
And next time you come back, man, we need two extra large and a large fed pack.
I ain't got to come back. I got it with me.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Hey, all the time. That's right.
I love it.
Okay.
That's what we
Man, let's get
Let's go.
DJs, man. It's about that time.
Man, it's about that time, man. Shout out to the plug.
Shout out
man.
to the plug.
Shout out to the plug. First of all, man, we like we done already told y'all we got some awesome people in the building on today, man. We blessed to be blessed with your presence, man. Y'all check out this book, The Story of Cashville Ace, by your very own Cashville Ace, man. Y'all get in tune, man. Y'all, what can they find the book at, bro?
CashvilleAce.com.
CashvilleAce.com. You can find the book, man. Y'all get in tune, man, and stay in tune, man. You hear me? Also, man, I'm sitting right next to this man right here, T-Mac, man. Listen here, man. Message to the streets, man.
Yeah.
Man, tell them where they can get in tune with the book, man.
Man, you can go on McClursmedia.com, hit me on the T-Mac4 on the IG, Terrence McClurd on Facebook. Just tap in, man. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
All the time, man. Y'all stay in tune, man. Follow them. What can they follow you at, man? Doing some great things, moving
Man,
around.
Terrence McClure, that's my handle, man. Get on Facebook and follow me. I keep all the action, just keep the real going. Every time we networking, pulling up out of town, every time we pull up on any location, it's a family reunion. You know what I'm saying?
There it is, man.
We ain't got no time, but none of it ain't official. It's artificial.
Man, I just want to bless him, man. He steady helping us make more connections, man. We're spreading that unity, man, and we love it, bro.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Going right next to him, man, Reggie moving forward, the pursuit of moving forward too.
Indeed. Student Moving Forward, man, on Amazon everywhere. Next Sunday, Urban Lux. Gonna have an amazing show.
Let's go.
If you're in town in the city, come check us out live. Music, comedy, and we're gonna break down the book, man.
Tell them where Urban Lux at.
Urban Lux, 2911 East 79th Street on the south side. I guarantee you're gonna have a good time at this place.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it, man. Dope place.
Dope place.
Beautiful atmosphere, man. Great food. You're gonna love it. Next up, man, Jeffrey Fowler. Listen here, man. Get out and vote. You say it's early registration now, right?
Early voting
early
is actually
voting right
going
now.
on now. Correct.
Right now.
Yep.
Listen, if you're in the Maywood area, man, get out there and vote. I don't care if you ain't if you register, get out and vote. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there, you need to get out. We need to do something different with the parks, the recreation centers, man. All these things is just laying dormant that we could be out here making avenues for the kids, man. Y'all get in tune, man. Get out there and vote. Let's make this happen.
Let's go.
Of course, Turbo, Moolah Monster Collections, the latest and greatest of urban wear. Y'all make sure y'all check them out to get your latest and greatest in urban wear. And what can they find you at, bro?
MoolahMonster.com. Y'all go check it out, Joe. It ain't even just a website. It's an experience.
It's an
man.
experience.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really, though.
And you took that from me because I sure was going there next. You took that. That's what we made. I'm telling you, we like-minded, bro. I sure was going there next week. Man, then last but not least, let me tell y'all, man, check me out, DJenkins_25 on YouTube. Listen, y'all gonna get on there. It's gonna be real mild right now because there's some rebranding going on. But when I tell y'all, I got something real special prepared for y'all. We going forth this year, and there's some amazing things happening this year. I guarantee you, if you do not get in tune with D. Jenkins,
you're gonna miss it.
It's going down this year. And when I tell you we coming out so productive at accomplishing the things that we want to accomplish and setting forth to bring this message that I'm bringing to y'all in a way that you cannot deny it. You're going to hate it if you do not get in tune. D. Jenkins_25 on YouTube. Get in tune right now. And the first one coming out that I'm going to bless y'all with is Young Boys, man. Y'all going to love it, man. Man, shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We got a little something for the guests, you know what I'm saying? For sure. You know, we like to give gifts on our show.
Man, I love it, man, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Dig that.
Yes, sir.
So look, man, it is about that time to get into the most controversial part of the show. What's in that bag? What's in that bag, of course, is because of you guys, all our followers around the world, some of our audience members as well has wrote in, right? What's in that bag is simply people around the world just send us an email, send us a letter about what's going on in their life, personal, finances, family, sex, community, etc. And they look for us
Let's go.
to give me advice.
Lately, it's been sex, but
It's been some crazy letters coming in, and I just want to say shout out to everybody that's been sending these letters. It's kind of overwhelming, but we're getting to them.
Supporters, for
we're
sure.
getting to them.
Love y'all.
Shout out to the audience. Love.
We love y'all. We want to get to this letter, and it's fitting that what we're talking about.
Okay,
all right,
let's go.
if it's something in that bag, I know you're gonna get some advice, but I guarantee this person right here is watching right now. All right, so y'all ready? Y'all ready to get into it?
Let's
Do it.
All right, make sure y'all subscribe, comment, share the live. All right, here we go. Good evening, gentlemen, as well as ladies. If they're present, I live in the suburbs of Chicago, but I'm from out west, born and raised. So I know how men are from the streets. My child's father and I are no longer together due to his attitude and his stubbornness, and he moved out of our house about 2 years ago. Our 15-year-old son didn't like the separation, but I had to do what's best for me. My new guy I've been in a relationship with for a year moved in with me, and even though we love each other and plan to get married, my son does not like him. Recently, while I was away from home, my son and my boyfriend got into a big argument because my son didn't do what my boyfriend asked him to do as far as chores. What started out as a verbal argument turned physical, and my boyfriend choked up my son. When I got home, my son's father, who is from the streets, called me, threatened me, called me out my name, and said he's about to come over there with his gun to confront my boyfriend. My boyfriend heard this, and he is also from the streets, and said, I have a gun too. If he comes to my house, I am going to use it. Your son is very disrespectful to me in my house, so let him come over. I don't know what to do. I took my son and I took him to my mom's house, just took everybody to cool out. I'm asking you guys, I need to calm this situation down. But in order to do that, I need to figure out who was wrong, my son, my boyfriend, or my child's father. Please give me some advice. Whew.
All right. Let me hit up, man.
Whew. All right. Basically, this young lady is going through it, right? Her and the child's father been separated for 2 years. They're not together, right? He moved out the house. The son don't like it. Now she has a boyfriend that moved in with her a year ago. They love each other, claim to get married, etc. The boyfriend and the son do not get along at all, right? She was away from home. The two got into it because he didn't do the chores or whatever the boyfriend asked him to do. He choked the son up. Of course, the son called his father. His father said, I'm about to come over with my gun. The boyfriend said, I got a gun too. She's wondering what should she do. And actually, she's wondering who was in the wrong. All right. If you guys in the audience want something to say, please come up to the mic. But we got to start with the thinkers. What you got, T-Mac?
Okay, first of all, I hope she listens.
She definitely listens.
My advice, first of all, was in the mirror first. So she was talking about asking us who was wrong. And she wasn't even on the list. You know what I'm saying? So I want her to identify the culprit.
Oh, identify the culprit.
I want her to go get a mirror first. I want to get a good clean mirror. And I want to set it like shoulder level. So show it somewhere, sit it somewhere where it's shoulder level, where she can stand in front of it and look at it and see her clear reflection. Because this her fault. That's her fault. Ain't no way she supposed to be mixing no fresh boyfriend with no 15-year-old son. That ain't even never supposed to happen. That's the gas and fire. You know, first of all, it's a brand new boyfriend, which ain't even been tried and tested. You just entered the introduction of a phase of this situation, and he already got direct contact with a 15-year-old son of yours. That ain't even supposed to ever happen.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to get the mirror, you know what I'm saying? So she seen she was actually looking for who the fault it was. So I'm trying to expedite that let's get the clean mirror and show that. And we'll find who did this dirty little deal. We gotta identify and find.
But you see how messy it is. He's talking about bringing a gun. He has a gun. What would be your advice in this situation?
Well, I think she should, if she really, I ain't the one to recommend you go out to the authorities. I think she probably need to try to go get each one of them to put restraints on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because now that it done been created, he didn't put hands on this man's son. It's almost unless you get some real respectful individuals to intervene in both of these guys' behalf, it's almost irretrievable. You didn't put your hands on my son. You understand what I'm saying? You got to take some drastic measures, man. You know what I'm saying? She might have to put a restraint on everybody and to make sure can't nobody be around nobody.
Man.
Just to make sure, because if any contact from anybody,
It's gonna be a
it's
problem.
everybody up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you fix nothing like it's up there. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't transgress. You didn't put your hand on my son. And you talking to street people. I ain't trying to devalue the intellect of street people. But probably if she's that in the wrong, she's probably then picked from some people at one of the more lower levels of intelligence. She's probably picking from you know what I'm saying, just being real. She's making mistakes like this. That means she's probably then picked some individuals that's pretty much cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. You know what I'm saying? So you put two cuckoo for Cocoa Puff individuals at odds. You finna get some chocolate. You finna get some chocolate. It's finna get ugly. It's finna get ugly. I don't want to see no way out of this.
Yeah, it's
you know
tough.
what I'm saying?
Okay, what you
I
got,
don't
Jeff?
know, man. It's finna get ugly.
Whenever you blend in families, it should always be that situation where, okay, the one father stepped out the household. All right, cool. She wants to move on. That's understandable. But like you say, you got a teenage son.
Come on.
So that's already going to be a problem with the new person coming in, but people need to learn to make a family dynamic. Let's sort of sit down and have a conversation. You know what? This is my old situation. This is my new situation. He's going to be in the home helping to raise our son.
Okay.
So then if something like that happens, when you got group parents in it, could be a situation where, like, you know what? I asked you to do something, you ain't going to do it. I know I want to put hands on you, but you're not my child. So it's like, you know, in some situations, it's when everybody's a family, everybody understands it. But then if you at that, it's 16, I mean, there's going to be a fight. This ain't no little kid.
Right.
You might have to get like, hey, man, I need you to come over here and talk to your boy, man.
Oh, okay.
I did X, Y, and Z. I asked him to move in a certain way and he tripping. And it's to the point where it's getting heated. I know me personally, in that situation, I would appreciate that call. I'd be like, okay.
From him?
Don't trip, right.
Okay.
Don't trip. On my way. Now, me and him finna have a conversation with little dude.
Yeah.
We have to talk about this because that's still, that if that's the man of the house there, I can't take that authority for him because I don't know what else going through. Because somebody come through the front door, we going to ask him to put his life on the line for you.
That's a good point.
So therefore, we have to all be a family. Not a lot of people don't do that. They just go to their new situations, throw new people in and just be like, hey, it's all going to be cool. Mix and stir. We going to be fine. How she fixes this?
Talk to me.
That part I don't know. Because if he heated, he don't know who this new dude is. That's no different than my son walking down the street and come home and tell me, hey, some dude grabbed me and he lived right there.
Right.
We going right there to see what the problem is.
Right.
Moolah. Ooh, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but what you got?
I don't know, man. It's kind of odd, but I'm gonna tell her though. She definitely fishing in a pond. You know what I'm saying? She ain't in the lake. She that's all she messing with street niggas, right? Okay. One thing that's not his home. She said she brung him in.
Oh, wow.
She brung him in, so that was key. Because it was my home, I'm putting hands on anybody who live here. I'm keeping it 100.
Right.
My home, and you and your son is here. I'm that's not my intent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can handle your son.
Right.
I want you. But if I'm here and he's just out there just buck wild, you know what I'm saying? It might be a full Nelson or a chokehold might occur.
Right.
Y'all seen Baby Boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it 100. Like real shit. Like
not like that.
My home.
Go ahead and call for your mama.
Right. And you call to your mama.
Listen, I'm serious. My home, hey, call your daddy.
Right.
I'm waiting right here on the front porch. Call your daddy.
Right.
You understand? So one thing about the mama, listen,
Go.
you created this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, my home, I'm disciplining everything here. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if he's here, he's being disciplined. If he don't like the discipline and a tussle occur, a tussle occur. Call your mama, call your daddy. I'm still gonna be right here eating my lamb chops. Not a worry in sight. I don't care if his daddy looking like Debo. You know what I'm saying? Not a worry in sight.
Right.
You come to my home, that's a problem.
Can I tell something?
Go ahead.
I got to challenge the term street nigga because I represent street guys, street niggas. You know, there's a term in endearment that some of the real guys still embrace. So when I say nigga for street nigga, I don't think of one she just described.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She had to be, what's the age? Can I get an age?
I'm 39, so she's 39.
She's 39. Yeah. See, that's another generation. That ain't too young, but that still seems like this new, that's the generation that we failed. They read behind us. That's why I apologize to the youth. Because I understand that the ones that behind me, they got it twisted. I participated in, you know what I'm saying, the glamorization of some of these backwards ways. You know what I'm saying? So when she's a woman, I'm talking about the guys. So she's calling a dude a street nigga and it ain't nothing probably. Just to be in that situation. You know what I'm talking about? I can't say he a street nigga. Right. That's what that's her term. The people they call real street motherfuckers, they ain't even that. They something else. But they still parading around. They ain't pressure proof. They ain't none of that. But they
got gun cards.
That's what I'm talking about.
He a street nigga, he got a gun card.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just saying that some street guys not gonna, cause that's just like off limit for real street dudes. Like, well, you got a son, I ain't going in there. Like, you just what? I'm not even going in. There's just certain things they already know is up there. If they calculating that. I'm not going into your son, I can't go over there. Your dad, you just broke up. These are basic things, and I'm gonna ascertain in my introductory pitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, so you got a son? Oh, if it ain't, where's the old man at? That's why I broke up with. Oh, I ain't never come over there. Never. I ain't never going over there. Meet me down there by the E-way. And blink twice when you put in the gas station. I'm not going over there.
His guys coming over deep.
That's exactly it. That's even further.
So that's their relationship.
So I'm trying to show you he's super slow. He's slow with a cape on. Yeah, he got a cape on slow. You feel what I'm saying? Because he got to know he got a daddy. He got to know that the daddy fresh out the crib and he been moved in. I said I wouldn't even go over there. He done took residence.
He took it to another level.
That's his crib. He answered the door, disciplining a grown son. He's stupid with a cape on. He got to know he might just be dead. He won't even know he wake up. He in a coffin. The bedroom is a coffin. It's a tomb. You done check this man, a grown son. If the daddy ain't got to make it there, the son will wipe you down. 15? These other dudes, you know they got machine guns, shoot 1,000 bullets, you know what I'm saying? And you done choke this dude out. You super retarded.
I said, Lil Durk's son has shot his stuff.
I'm trying to tell you, this just regular. And she from the crib? Stop it. Stop it.
Man, what you got on
the situation? Go, bro, let's go.
Man, first of all, again, I'm going to say this to you, who the young lady that's watching. It is your fault, but we ain't beating you up about it. You know what I mean? I'm going to get to how you fix it part, right?
Let's go.
I'm going to get to how you fix it.
You got an answer. Okay.
Let's go.
Now, first of all, like I say, it is your fault. And he bogus too.
Who?
You got to put his hands on your son.
Okay, the boyfriend.
The boyfriend. You only been dealing with him for a year. Ain't no telling when he moved in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like Jeff said, it ain't his house. Because if you find a number in his phone to another girl, you gonna kick him out tomorrow. It's possible. So until you married to this man and he just said claim and y'all got y'all name on something together, it ain't his crib.
That's right.
He is still, and the reason it's his fault, he is still in the phase of giving that young man every pass possible right now. He should be giving him a pass on everything. And if he feel, he should be talking to him. See, that's what we're talking about your approach. That's what I mean about your approach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He should be trying to win him over. You are not only is he 15 years old, but you say his daddy a street nigga.
See?
So his whole mentality is probably different.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you should have already established that, but without you even establishing it, he should have established. Let me give him a pass, and if I got a problem with him, like my brother said, go talk to his daddy about it.
Right.
Let him know what's going on. Listen, I don't want to disrespect you, and I don't want to put my hands on your son. But your son is very disrespectful, and I'm here now. Now, do I agree you should be living together? No, I don't. But it happens. I know what happens. So that's why he should be addressing his father with dealing with any issues that he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? With that boy, rather than putting his hands on him, especially only been involved with you for a year, and that's 15 years. Do you know the type of animosity or bitterness or hurt that's been built up in this young man, especially dealing with a fresh break between you and his father? You know what I'm saying? You really don't understand the dynamics of a young man's mind as he's growing into or maturing into manhood. Because that's the point he's at now, to where he had to start proving himself. 15 years old, he fresh in high school. You know what I mean? He already dealing with peer pressure. Right. You know what I'm saying? People probably trying to bully him. Or peer pressure with dealing with gangs around, and then you got a man coming here who also from the street that want to put his hands on him. You know what I'm saying? You setting your own son up for destruction. Now, the way that you fix it, I'm glad you asked that question.
Let's go.
You can't fix it. you can't fix it. It's done. The damage is done. This is what I will suggest to you.
Give us a suggestion.
Okay, you with this man, and he supposedly love you. Y'all talking about getting married or whatever. You need to go to the one to put his hands on. Because first of all, I'm telling you, your baby daddy, he really don't want to come do nothing, because if he would have wanted to do something, he wouldn't even say nothing. He would have told you, I'll bring him a gun over. He can hear. He would have just came. I would have just came and handled my business. You know what I mean? So he really don't want to do it, but I'm not saying he won't do it. Don't put that on me, because he might still do it. You know what I'm saying? But what I would suggest to you is you go to your boyfriend, tell your boyfriend, can you have a serious talk with him? If you love me, I need you to sit down with my baby daddy, and I need you to apologize for what you did. Humble yourself. I'm not saying he's going to do it, but I'm telling you, he needs to humble himself before that man, because he had no business putting his hands on that young man. Not at this phase of your relationship. He had no business doing it.
Why she didn't snap? That's her son too.
Well, this the thing. This the thing. You got to understand. That's the submissive part of her. What she should be, if she's willing to, on him taking that role. But you should, but because you got some women that's just. She shouldn't even have him in the house with him. It's like say he shouldn't even been living there. You know what I'm saying? He's not even prepared to set claim to her as his wife. How you gonna put your hands on my son? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So she didn't already bypass that. So she already accepted him in and accepted him as the man in the house. And like Jeff said, man, if somebody come here trying to do harm to us, you want him to stand up and put his life on the line. You see what I'm saying? So he, to a certain extent, he do have a certain role that he has to play. But not to put his hands on him yet, because of the phase of relationship that you are in right now. He should have talked to that young man's father about that. And then if it keep going, then y'all got to decide what y'all gonna do. But if he really love her, if he really love you, if he really loves you, he will put aside his pride, because this could end up being something very detrimental to the well-being of not just them, your son. What if they come over there getting a shootout and kill your son? What if he come over there and get in a shootout and you get killed? You know what I'm saying? Or what if your son kill him and go to jail for the rest of his life? That man gonna have to humble himself. You can't fix it. They gonna have to fix it.
And that's a problem in our community with the women, like bringing home stray dogs.
Yes,
it's always like, come and live with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like certain women pick the man who needs them.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Go find that man who have his own home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they ready for that. They want, you know what I'm saying, the man who, he need me, he ain't going nowhere. And they better stop having them think, because you bringing some treacherous niggas in your household. You know what I'm saying? And
the bad part about this one is, she already said, he don't like my boyfriend. I'm pretty sure the boyfriend know that too. So he already got animosity towards him. And by him being a street nigga, as you call him, I'm pretty sure he already got animosity towards him to where he was looking for a reason to put his hand on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And really, like I said, I got a gun too. He trying to prove himself in a relationship, and your baby daddy still trying to prove himself as a father. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to fix it. And that would be my only suggestion to you. Go to him and ask him to humble himself and sit down and talk and apologize to both of them. He needs to apologize to your baby daddy, and he needs to apologize to that young man. I'm just keeping it real. That's the only thing that may salvage it. Because other than that, even though we having this discussion and we talking about it and giving you advice, man, that's a situation that is not over and it easily goes left very quickly.
Yeah, thank you guys for that, man. It was a lot of in-depth advice, and I agree with most of it. That's definitely thinking outside the box there. Before we wrap up, I just want to say that I'm pretty sure she's listening. Situations like this happens way too often in our community, right? In essence, once she established that she wanted to do what was best for her and lead a relationship with her child's father, she should have first had a conversation with him and said, look, I'm going to be dating somebody else. I would like to communicate with you as his father so that me and you are on the same page for when I do have somebody else around. That's the first communication supposed to be between her and the child's father. Then after that, when she did meet somebody who she fell in love with, before he even moved in the house, she's supposed to say, I need you to meet my child's father. I need y'all to talk because our son lives here. So the structure was all the way off in the beginning. I do agree that it's going to be tough to fix, but it's fixable. I mean, it's dangerous when guns come into play, of course, but you never want something like that to go bad. And I'm glad he said that. What if somebody would have came over and just shot up? He would have got killed. She would have got killed. And it would have been a big mess. I do challenge someone, the girl, the child's father, or the boyfriend, to be a fucking adult and take responsibility and say, look, we have a 15-year-old here. Somebody got to be responsible.
That's right.
You know?
But do you think she can fix it?
Well, she did enough. I think she just needs to stay away from it.
She can't fix it.
I think she needs to stay. I think it's between the two.
All of them.
Yes.
You know, the two men have to talk and say, look, I'm going to be here, bro. So how can me and you get on the same page? Because if I get into it with your son, I want to just call you. I don't want to have to, you know, whether this is my house or not. If I feel he's disrespecting me or threatening me, I'm not going to put, I'm sorry for I do agree, he shouldn't put his hands on him. I should have put my hands on his son, but moving forward, right? Hence the name. What do we do moving forward, bro? Like, can I call you? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to go play spades? Let's go have a drink so we can figure out how we can move forward in this household, because it's going to get destructive more and more we keep doing this.
But now that vagina really costs.
I'm sorry, you said what?
That vagina really costs now. Think about it.
It costs that?
Yeah, because now my life is in jeopardy because of this vagina. You know what I'm saying? I got to look over my shoulder coming to the crib over this vagina. You know what I'm saying? Like, if vagina costs now. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to deal with shit that costs like that.
So what you say, he needs to just bail?
Oh, he got to. He got to.
We living in the backdoor culture. It's in the air now. It's gonna look crazy. Even if you say it's cool, that looks suspicious.
Yeah, but we gotta do better. We gotta be able to rectify some situations as a people.
You right.
And that's what I'm we gotta be able to rectify instead of just you know, because even if he leave, it still may not be over.
That's what I'm saying. We need mediators.
That's why he needs to try to do his best.
He's in the house now with that 15-year-old. If he's going to sleep at night with that 15-year-old there, let's say him and the daddy all boy, he can go downstairs. Pops, you outside?
That's what he got to go, man.
Click, I'm gonna unlock the door.
We
got dude upstairs right now.
He gotta go.
He better go. He needs to go talk to
dude. His best friend.
He need to leave now.
I'm agreeing with
and never come back.
Until you had that conversation.
And never come back though. He gotta leave and never come back. How can he come back? Because if he come back, I'm like he on something. If he stay like he falling asleep, he just gotta go. He can't go back there.
We hope that something here was helpful to you. And I'm sure you're gonna, send a response letter or, give us an update because, I don't want nobody to get hurt over nobody.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So prayers to you and your family and, we hope it gets better. All right, so look, we are about to get up out of here, man. Once again, shout out to our lovely audience up in here, man.
We in the house.
We love y'all.
Yeah, my family. Let's go. Let's go. Feedback.
Boom.
Feedback. I need my feedback.
Oh, you got a question? Come on up here, sweetheart, right there.
Oh, man.
To the mic. There you go.
Say that. That's what I'm talking about.
What's your name?
My name's Gina.
Hey, Gina, what you got?
Talk to him.
So for this young mother, I feel like you were wrong. You need to take accountability for the actions that happened because your son is 15 and you moved this man in without even having a conversation with your son about this man.
Yeah.
Second of all, after this man put his hands on you, on your son, you sent your son to your mother's house, which was dead ass wrong, and let this man stay in his home while he's at your mother's house. I feel like you need to take accountability. That man should be out of your household until y'all figure out who gonna apologize, who gonna take accountability for the actions that happened when your son was choked up. You should think about how your son feels for him to be choked up by somebody who you claim you love, that you met for 15 minutes, and he's at your mother's house trying to recuperate, wondering, does my mom really love me? How does my mom really feel about me? You dead wrong. Ain't no way to fix it, but you dead wrong. There's no way in hell. I got 4 daughters. If somebody, my man, whoever did something to my kids, I'm not sending my kids no damn well. Nigga, you gotta go.
Say that.
You gotta go. That's crazy. Like, how do you let a man mishandle or do something to your kid and you let your man stay home and you send your kid away? You gave birth to this kid.
Let's say that.
So that challenges, how do you really feel about your kid? Do you love your kid for real? Because how do you that pressed for, excuse my French, some dick that you gonna send your kid away and let this man stay in his home?
Hey, talk to her.
That's crazy.
Talk to her.
All right.
That's mama speaking right
Real
now.
talk.
That's crazy. Like, there's no way. And then for the father should have just, the son shouldn't even be with the grandmother. The son should be with the father.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because this is a vulnerable situation for him to be 15 years old. And it's like he probably in the middle, like my mom or my daddy don't want to be bothered with me. Because the situation happened. Yeah, your daddy came with a gun, but your daddy didn't take you home with him. That was a chance for his father to step up.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a mother, you dead wrong.
Say that.
All right now. Come on. I like that. That was a very good point about how the son was almost isolated and just had to go to the grandma house. You know,
I forget that.
Yeah, that was a very good point. Man, definitely. If you still, I'm sure you listen to that. Please take heed to what's being said. It's all said in love because we want our people, especially our people, to, do a little bit better when it comes to parenting, because nobody's ever gonna have it together fully. But these are learning experiences, and I'm glad that you wrote this letter so now you can take steps moving forward to fix the situation, even though it's probably hard to fix. All right, thank you for that, Sina. All right, Moolah, where can they find you, bro?
Check me out, moolahmonster.com. Y'all go check us out, the behind the scene footage. Getting the party lit, It's an experience, baby.
Let's go.
Thank y'all for coming out, too.
It is. My man, Jeff, where can they find you, bro?
Jeff Fowler at Facebook.
There it is. Thank you for coming, my man.
Definitely.
Love. T Mizzle, where can they find you, baby?
Terrence McClurge on Facebook, T-Mac4 on IG. Go to McClurge Media, the website. Check me out. See what we doing, man. We're moving forward. Trust only move.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. Love it, man. You know it.
D Jenkins, man. Where can they find you, bro?
D Jenkins _25 on YouTube. Y'all go and subscribe, man. Blessing, man. Love you, great people.
There it is. Reggie moving forward on Facebook. The Voice of Vibes, RMF on IG. Look, man, we just getting started, man. That's crazy. We just getting started, man. If you ain't in tune, get in tune.
Back next week.
We'll be back next week, man. Even with more fire. So everybody that's here, come on right back.
Let's go.
You feel me?
Let's go.
We'll see y'all next time, man. With that, we are
Thinking outside
the box.
Y'all be safe out there.
See, things have come to head. Time out for scare you, scare reroute today. And follow us down Courage Lane. They cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefing on a pound a day. But not talking intoxicating rage. Not this is